So I don't know about you, but I love these tips and mom hacks and wife hacks and life hacks. And so it's a little bit unconventional for my channel, but I just want to share these with you. I've been a mom for 10 years and a wife for over 15, and like a believer for 25 and a human being for 35. So I feel like I've picked up a few things. So 20 is actually not really saying a lot, but I just want to share these with you. These are the things that I found most helpful just in my day-to-day stuff. One of my favorite time-saving tips is when I'm at the grocery store, I always ask the lady, can you put me on the other side of the, you know how there's usually 2 conveyors or whatever, if it's like a bigger place. And I'll just, at that time, just group like items together. Okay, so I'm all done grocery shopping. I like to put like items together. So fruits and vegetables, drinks and things, all the cold things I like to put together. That way, when I get home, it's a lot easier to sort out. I know cold things need to be put away. And if this little guy's hungry or anything like that, I don't have to worry about things spoiling or forgetting things. Things that need to go in the pantry are not as much of a priority. So, yeah. Don't forget to bring a toy for your little helper, because that will keep him busy and happy. Sometimes I bring a few little toys, or sometimes I'll even go to the toy section of that grocery store and be like, this is not for buying, just for looking. We're gonna borrow this for a little bit if I've forgotten, and they're thrilled to play with the toy. And it's like, okay, now it's time to put it bye-bye. So when you see those in the cart, like that's totally me. When you see them like left out behind, or I'll confess and I'll give it to the cashier, be like, I'm sorry, I don't want this. So, bring your own bags. And I always park next to the cart section. Got scared? So that I don't have to leave him in the vehicle or anything like that. So it's easy to return my cart after. Don't do what I did and leave your purse in the cart. I honestly have never done this before. I think I was just so preoccupied with trying to videotape these or take pictures or whatever, but I actually returned my purse and locked it up, like got my money back. And yeah, then I discovered when I couldn't start my vehicle, that is because my purse was in the cart still. So I know that it's tempting in the mornings just to get out in PJs, and I often do. But a lot of days I'll make sure to, just wait, babe. I'll make sure to dress not in pajamas. So if I need to make a quick run after doing drop-offs to the kids, I can do that without feeling embarrassed. So there you go. Ready to go home?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm sure that every city, province has something like this where it's like an online ordering, food ordering system. So I use that not regularly, but whenever I do, it seems like a godsend that I don't have to get out of my vehicle to go grocery shopping with all my kids. Teach your kids how to undress themselves from a young age. So as they come in the door, train them up to be able to at least take off, you know, some portion of it. And kids are really great at this. You would be surprised at how much they can do if you just give them the opportunity to, or just, you know, coach them along. Okay, go ahead, baby. Can you clean up? Whoa, nice job. Teach your kids to undress themselves.
What is this?
A neck warmer. Take it off. Your other one was dirty, so I put that one on you. Yep, there you go.
Yours?
Yeah, as many things as they can do independently. Jesse is 2.5, and he's been doing this stuff for many months anyways.
Yeah.
Remember the zipper? The zipper all the way down? Nope. Yeah, the zipper comes down first. Remember?
Mom.
It's not always going to be perfect, but, you know, he's trying. Have fun bath toys for them, and bath and bubbles and things like that. Here's a picture of my favorite one. Not plugging them or anything, but just this one lasts the longest out of all the other bubble baths that I've ever tried. And it is hours of fun for them. And if they have siblings, they can, bath together up until a certain age. So another thing I've been trying to do is eat when I'm actually hungry. So in the mornings when the kids are having breakfast and doing their stuff, it's just more productive if I'm not a make lunch the night before kind of mom. So I just try to get them out the door and concentrate on them in the mornings. And then I have some tea and whatever kind of feel like for breakfast that day. And I have it at whatever time I actually want breakfast. It's a little bit later now than I usually do. But yeah, I just try to listen to my body. Creating little 5-minute or 10-minute opportunities of just quiet to yourself, doing whatever it is that kind of relaxes you as a mom is so important, I think, because so much of our day is spent taking care of other people, and I'm not great at this. Like, there's many days where I go the whole week without taking an opportunity to do this, but whenever I do think of it and I do it, it is really nice, and I feel just calmer and more peaceful when dealing with the kids. For your kids, use plates that are appealing to them with those little subdividers, so that you can be more intentional about what you put in there, and then it's more fun for them to finish up each little section. Eat yummy food that you love. We're always preparing things for our kids that they love, but yet we don't really take the time to do this for ourselves. So I've started to do this recently, where I love papaya. It's super expensive, but I was like I'm worth it. Add herbs to your simple dishes, like in the pictures that I put in on here. They enhance the flavor, but also just make you feel like you're at a restaurant or something like that. Have fun with your kids. We do chip and chats sometimes when we get home from school. We have rolling parties, we call them, on our rug. Late night movies with the older kids when we put our youngest one to bed. Just things that is just special between your family. We just really cherish those times with them. Take a break once a week. And there's a little quote that I really love that I recently ran across. And once a week, try to schedule something just for you, like meeting a friend, having a bath, reading a book, like something that you love to do. And if it's not scheduled, it's probably not going to happen. So just try to schedule it in there if you can. Date nights with your husband are super important. I know that it's hard with young kids and things like that. I don't always have time to do a whole do it every week, but even if it's once a month, just schedule it in there. Even if it's just staying at home and putting the kids down a little bit early so you can enjoy supper together in peace and quiet, or enjoy a movie together. We also love doing things like listening to sermons or comedy. Just having tea and dessert in bed is always nice too. Just something where it's like it's in the schedule and that it's something that you can look forward to. start your day with the Lord. Even if you sleep in a bit, you could still sneak in a quick prayer, a song, or a devotion, or a chapter maybe that you want to read. Just having that intentional time with the Lord, I find, is so helpful before the chaos of the day starts. I like to follow my own reading plans. I don't follow like the read the Bible in a year. So I like to just kind of go like, God, what chapter, what book of the Bible do you want me to read? So I just finished Isaiah and I started Jeremiah just recently. And I find that really enriching, just being able to just read through one full chapter. I have a hard time with those the Bible in a year plan. I could never keep up. Know your spiritual gifts and use them. So I know that I have the gift of encouragement. And so I try to be intentional about using that at least once a day. That's sort of like what this channel is about too. It's me trying to encourage you, and also, but just, God puts people on your heart sometimes. It might be, just randomly think of someone, or you have a dream about them or whatever. So just give them a text, let them know you're thinking about them. Or maybe it's not the gift of encouragement. Maybe it's something else for you, like prophetic or healing or something, but practice your gifts. Like, that's what the Holy Spirit has given them to you for. It is not for yourself. So yeah, practice those gifts. I've been doing this new thing where I schedule everything in a day. So it's like Mondays, I like to do grocery shopping, and it's when I like to deep clean my kitchen usually. So I'll write that on my phone at the beginning of the month. There's certain days. So Tuesdays, I like to do this. And one of my favorite days of the week is Worship Wednesdays and Work Day. So I keep that for just staying at home. I drop the kids, I come back. My youngest and I will have a time of worship together, and then a time of working and doing some housework and things like that. So the work part's not my favorite. The worship part's my favorite, but it's just nice to be like, okay, Wednesdays are worship days. It's just, it just helps me remember without having to look at my calendar even. So a bonus tip for you, and something I've just recently started practicing, is to buy something that kind of makes you feel lovely just for yourself. Like I bought these earrings online. They weren't very expensive, but they just make me feel more expensive. If that makes any sense. Or let's say like I bought a nice jacket. Like I'm usually pretty chintzy with like everything really. And I'm like, okay, Value Village does not have what I'm looking for. So I ended up going to another store, and I got something there, and some of them have really great return policies where you can keep it for a while. And even if you take the tags off, you can try it and see if it works for your life and things. So I actually have a white jacket now. I'm just going to give you a few pictures, a few of my favorite finds and buys that just make me feel better. And I went to a friend's house and she was like, I can't believe you're wearing a white jacket. She's like, I'm not there yet. I'm like, okay, it makes me have to clean my vehicle more often for sure, because I'm rubbing up against it and it's like, okay, I'm filthy already. But I bought something that is machine washable, so it doesn't have like down feathers and all that kind of stuff in it. Or like a great pair of shoes. Like I got these from Valley Village, but I love them and they just make me feel, it's not like that they make me feel, it's just that, I don't know, it's just something about a few extra like nice things for yourself, where it might be like a lipstick, or it could be really simple, right? But just treat yourself to something nice. You're worth it. Just Happy New Year. I hope that 2020 is amazing for you. I know I love to do like resolutions. I love to reflect on my previous year. Like I love to journal and everything like that. So it's a great opportunity to also just kind of look back at the things that God has done in your life, or maybe you have maybe set some goals that you accomplished or didn't, and so you want to carry that forward for this year. So just take a time to reflect over the year, and then set some goals maybe for next year. And don't forget that God loves you, and have an amazing day, and you will see me next time. Bye.